Duke. Oh, he's like trying to kill me with the warp in and everything. Like, I can't be focusing on clicking every single hatchery. Like, I can't go this hatchery, this hatchery, this hatchery, this. It's a long time. I need to be microing this overlord around, man. I can't shift click it. No, that's not how it works, right? So what you do is you just have every hatchery on 4, and you just click S and then a unit to build. That's all you do. It just makes it so much easier, and that's the reason why you put all of your hatcheries on one hotkey. This overlord, I don't even hotkey. Just put it around somewhere nice. So now we're going to go into just unit hotkeys, and just again the basics. Look, a drone, perfect. F1, click. I found which one it was, and put it back on minerals. It's a good way to do that, and I'm glad that kind of happened so I can show you how you notice it. You know, a little drone popped over here, which is one of the things that I have clicked as an option. So again, because I'm not really talking about game sense, I'm not really going to talk about what it means when I see the second gas, or what it means for close air positions. I'm just not going to go into it. We're only covering hotkeys here. Now notice I have all these Zerglings on 5, which means I still have my 2 overlords available for use, which is a nice thing if I do care to scout. This hatchery, once made, goes on 4. I can adjust their hotkeys together or not, depending on. It's just nice that I have that as an ability. I do not hotkey my queens. Many people like to hotkey their queens and have it as just a, what's the word, I use a backspace shift inject method. This is very good, however, it's just not something I use. Why? I don't know. This is how I've done it. A lot of pros as well do it, and ST does hotkeys very similar to my own. Just to point that out. Not bragging or anything, just pointing that out. So, we have our hatcheries all together. If we want to inject with our queens, I simply click 1 or 2 to get to the hatchery importance, and then I have my units at 5. That's all it is, and again, I'm not really going into the game. You don't really need to notice how many chrono boost uses on this or on the gateways. You do always want to be scouting, but again, this isn't so much about gameplay, it's more about hotkeys, right? Now, actually something I haven't brought up here, that's pretty important. What about those screen captures we talked about? Like, look, I have to send drones, I actually have to scroll over there to do it, right? Like, what's up with that? Like, that's a lot of energy. If I had to send drones from here all the way to here, or here, that's a long time. That's actually fairly difficult to do, especially if you're needing APM for something. If you're like, let me say, just trying to micro these little Zerglings around, you're hectic, and you're like, oh, I need to, there's a DT here, how do I get, it's so far away to click over there, right? So, what you do, well, besides microing these lings to possibly kill a pylon, I'm distracted by 3 pylons, just what it is. Sorry, guys. Alright. So, what you do is use something called screen capture. So, we've already talked about it a little bit. Shift F2. Shift F3. Say Shift F4. Okay? So now that we've done that, what does that entail? What does that mean for me in general? Besides that he's possibly coming out to kill me here. Actually, I don't think it's that smart of him to do this, but that's just my personal opinion. Just my personal opinion. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and try and chase him back. And see what we can do. Probably is already back and safe, but either way, we'll find out. Yep, back and safe. Started up the forge, that sort of thing. So, now back onto the point of why exactly we did this. Okay, I have a little bit oversaturation here. It's a lot of drones compared to this. Like, it's not a huge deal, mind you, but it is a little bit more, right? Let's go ahead and send a few over to this area. How are we going to do it? Okay, let's just take this many, F3. Notice how my drones still stay there. They still stayed as a part of that command. They did not change. Yeah, now let's say I want to send them right back. You just do that. And again, the same, if I was building this as a hatchery over there, you would do that same thing. It would just be that sort of hotkey usage. It's just very, very helpful for, basic things. If you want to run away from DTs, you do that sort of thing. And I need to make sure he's not doing that, but anyway, the point again of this game is not to show you if or if not I win, and if or not the strategy, it's simply to show you the why and the how I do the things that I do. So, let me go ahead and say 1 second, sir. Pause the game. And now that's been a basic overview of this. You've seen how I do the hatcheries, you've seen how I clicked it, and you've seen screen capture, which hopefully you'll start to use. It's very, very cost efficient, time efficient, things like that. So, I hope you've enjoyed my first video here.